Good morning, YouTube.
No,
Welcome to
not
the
get
new
Marco.
Call of Duty mobile video. So today's video is a pretty good one. I haven't won a game in a very long time, and this is one of the first games that I've won. So he started by lining off at Black Market, and in this game, I think what I would like to show people is that playing with random teammates is not easy. If you're new to this game, then at least watch this video and learn that playing with random teammates is not easy. And these random teammates are not even the worst, but they are also a pretty bunch of tricky guys. So when you're playing with randoms, you can evaluate and see how good they are just by watching their movements and how many people they kill. But at the same time, try still not to give like try not to put your life in their hands, because at the end of the day, you are playing as a squad, but you're not a real squad. This is like a fake squad. So it's practically like playing solo versus squads. And in my previous video, I told you that I play with squads because I need the auto revive to activate in case I die, and one of them has to survive. Like right now, you see number one is very far from us, so he's most likely to survive, and in case we die, we still have a chance of reviving ourselves. And yeah, the other two guys died because they thought they could fight off a full squad, landing on them with a chopper. But unfortunately for them, that's not how it works. And playing with randoms doesn't mean you don't pick up their dog tags, you know. I play with randoms, but I still try to pick up their dog tags if I can. I just don't put my life at risk. Here's the same scenario again, another chopper with two players this time landing on us, and my random teammates are trying to get them. So I think this time they have a better chance because it's only two enemies. So the first enemy there on the roof, I think he's gonna get taken down by number 4. Nice, number 4 took him down, and there's a second guy on the hill to the left. I think I'm gonna have to rush him because, and I think he's not that good, because if he was that good, he would be alert and know that it's time to retreat. But for some reason he stayed up there on the hill, knowing that there are like 3 players around him, and I don't know what he wanted to do. And one of the worst mistakes I did during this game, I picked up an M4 from an enemy which had this kind of weird scope, like this scope was hard to use. I had to get rid of this guy as soon as possible. And here's where I show you that my random teammates are not as friendly as you would expect them. They wanted to blow up that motorcycle so that it could take me down. And I don't know, for some reason they found that funny, and it would really kill me. And only God knows whether they would have revived me or not. There's a very nice moment here. Some guy trying to take a motorcycle to run away from the zone, but yeah, you always have to be aware. You have to be wary of enemies around you. You can't just hop onto a motorcycle like that. Make sure you smoke it well. And here we just crossed the river, getting to one of the final fights as a squad. And yeah, this is where you see again that we are not a real squad, because we are moving all in different directions. Number 3 and I chose to move to the right, so that it was the safest option with enough cover. Number 1 and number 4 took a different direction. And yeah, we're not fighting together right now. If we win together, it would just be by luck. But number 3 and I are the only people who are kind of sticking together and fighting from one front, you know, looking for cover and facing the same opponents. The other guys are doing their own thing. But still, we wish them good luck. We don't want them to die. We gain nothing by having our teammates die. And even I was in a risky position here. I could have died if number 3 didn't come and support me. So I think this is where I got to know that number 3 was like one of the best teammates I had, because he kind of had my back on reflex. He was good at using the shotgun. Yeah, this guy was good. We stood a high chance of winning the game. Now running away from the zone, 2 enemies who were in the church building with us. We had to take them out, and we did it pretty well. One guy up there on the hill on the right, smoking him to block his vision, hopefully. I think, yeah, number 3 is going to get him. I think he's still up there. Yeah, we got him, nice. He had to run from the zone, he didn't have any time. If he was wise, he would have actually run away from that position before we came onto him, because he was kind of alone. And now we're getting into the final fight. There's a guy there on a snowboard running away, couldn't get him. This guy, I think his internet connection like dropped, and he was left there stranded. Now there's like one more real player,
Now,
serious player playing with Quick Strike. Sorry, not Quick Strike. How do you call this class?
ayun.
Cluster Strike, I think. Yeah.
On the
There he is. Pushed us, he died. I
Sundin
think he's
namin.
part of the squad, and he pushed alone, and I don't know. There comes his teammates trying to do his best. Guys, never be afraid to use the shotgun. Like, you need to learn to use the shotgun in this game. It's very difficult to become a pro player in Call of Duty when you don't know how to use the shotgun. And don't listen to people who tell you not to use a shotgun or not to use one of these, these strategic weapons, because it's very important to learn these things, and you won't learn them by not using them. So don't listen to people who tell you don't use the shotgun. You need to learn how to use the shotgun. Even at the end of the game, just try and see what happens. You might crouch, but you'll get better with time.